Hello everybody, this is Getting Banded 2012. My name is Sheena. It is April 6th. I am 1 week post-op today. I will give you my numbers. So on March 21st, this was the beginning of my pre-op diet, I was 219.4 pounds. And as of this morning, I was 202.6. So I've lost a total of 16.8 pounds and a total of 7 pounds from last week. So I'm quite pleased about that. I was kind of hoping it was going to be a little bit more, but I think maybe I'm just getting a little bit greedy and rushing things. So I am really happy with the 16.8 pounds. The discomfort in my port is still kind of there. It doesn't really hurt, it's more uncomfortable. When I sit up, it kind of feels like it gets stuck like under my rib. And it feels like it's hitting my rib whenever I sit up. I spoke to the nurse about it, and she said that it was just because of the swelling, which I really kind of hope is the case. And I do hope it goes away within the next couple of weeks, although I am noticing a little bit of a difference every day. It seems to be getting a little bit better. So I'm still taking my anti-inflammatories and things like that to try to help with the discomfort. But like I said, it's not really painful unless sometimes I move the wrong way and it feels like my ribs just hit it. I'm not sure if that's normal. If anybody else feels like that, that'd be great to know, so I know it's not just me and something's not wrong. So it's been a relatively good week. My husband's been home with me all week, which has been good. So he's kind of been taking care of Cheyenne when he gets home from work, which is really helpful. I don't have to worry about leaning over the bathtub and giving her a bath. But this coming week he will be out of town again. But I should be fine to start doing that kind of stuff. Water is a challenge, a huge challenge. Any liquid seems to be a really big challenge with me. I didn't think it was going to, but this whole small sip and 8 cups of water thing just doesn't really seem to be working for me. So I'm going to try harder this week, but it seems I can get through like a small glass of apple juice and maybe a nice big cup full of water, and that's from when I get up in the morning at 6 o'clock to when I go to bed at like 10. That's how long it takes me to drink that. I've never really drank a lot before I had the band. I used to go like a day or so without having any water. I just have a cup of tea in the morning. I know it's not very good, so I'm going to try this week to do a little bit better with that. I'm on the full liquid diet now. The clear fluids was a bit of a challenge, but it wasn't too bad because I kind of knew why I was doing it, so it was kind of easy, but still challenging at the same time. It had its points. The hardest part was making like my daughter lunch and things like that was kind of difficult because usually I'd take a bite here and there and it's like, oh, I can't do that. So I guess just kind of getting myself set and into the weight loss mode and getting new habits forming where my daughter's lunch is my daughter's lunch. I don't need to sample everything that I make for her, even if it looks really good. So with the full liquids, I asked the nurse how much if I should be having, like measuring out like 1 cup of like strained mushroom or broccoli soup or whatever, and she said that it doesn't really matter because right now I should be focusing on healing more than losing weight. But I'm afraid of stretching out my new stomach. So I've really been trying to pay attention to like how much I'm eating and my hunger signals, but I'm having a really difficult time with that. It seems to me like being hungry and being full feel the same, and after I'm like, well, you know, I sit and I think about it and it's just like, well, maybe I shouldn't have had as much as I had. So I'm really afraid that I'm going to stretch out my my new pouch, which I really hope doesn't happen. Another thing that I was finding that was quite uncomfortable is burping. It's almost like it gets stuck, and then it's just like a bunch of pressure on, like, right under your chest. And it's just like a bunch of pressure. I never really had gas pains, like the sharp pains in your arm and things that I've heard people talk about. I maybe had that very mild, but I did do a lot of walking. But this burp, it just seems to get stuck, and it just sits there, and it's like this pressure. I found if I take a deep breath in and then exhale, the pressure goes away, but I still can't burp. So just like within the past day or so, it did start coming back. Like my burp started actually coming up, which was good, but then it still hurt because it felt like a lot of pressure was like being shoved through. So that is a little bit uncomfortable, but seems to be also getting better. I think this week I've been walking. I've been trying to walk every day. Didn't really do it every day. I had intentions, but things happen. We've got our house up for sale. So after work, I feel like I'm constantly cleaning just in case we get a call for viewing and things like that, because my daughter makes quite the mess. So having the house up for sale, working full-time, and being home with her all the time makes it kind of difficult to find time. But I will find time. I just need to get a little bit more organized and kind of get my thoughts together and things like that. But I will do it. Other than that, I do believe that's it. Oh, I was able to shower. It was great. I did wait a day. I was able to shower on Monday. I waited until Tuesday just because I was really nervous. I didn't know how it would feel or anything. So I didn't want it to hurt. I was afraid of like the soap and not being completely healed and burning and things like that. So I actually used my daughter's soap to wash my stomach and chest area so that if anything dripped down, it was with a really, really mild soap. But those little stickies are still staying from the gauze. I got the ones off the front of my stomach, but the ones on my sides here just don't want to go. So I was kind of scrubbing at those in the shower this morning, but they're still there. I can take my my strips off today, but I'm going to leave it until tomorrow. Just give it an extra little day just to be sure. I don't really want to rush anything too much. I want everything to go well. I don't want to have any issues or anything like that. The mushy phase is better. I do like it better than clear fluids, except I was just buying the thing of Campbell's broth, like the containers, and they had them on sale. So I went a little overboard, and now I probably have like a year's supply of Campbell's chicken, beef, and vegetable broth in the cupboard. So I won't have to worry about buying that whenever I make soups. Another thing that I did buy is firming lotion, skin firming lotion. I read some reviews. It's Nivea with Q10. I read some reviews, and there was people that said that they liked it and that it was good and everything. So I did buy some, just to I'm going to try to use it twice a day, just to try to keep my skin firm as I lose the weight, because I really don't want to have plastics done. Not that I disagree with plastics. There's nothing wrong with it. It just looks painful. So I'm a little bit scared to do that, to be perfectly honest, because I probably mentioned it in my other videos. I'm a wimp. When it comes to pain, I'm a big wimp. So I kind of want to stay away from that. If it's bad, then I will probably get plastics done, but we'll have to see. So I figure maybe if I try this lotion in the beginning and use it throughout my journey, then maybe it might help. So